As the world has been adjusting to the new normal this year, the resilience and innovation of some Indians gave us a reason to keep our spirits high. A robot which assists doctors and medical staff treat patients.
A wrapping material which lets food stay fresh for longer periods.
And an Agri-Sprayer that eases the burden of the farmers. We are going to look at 3 cases where Indians fought some really tricky problems with their out-of-the-box approach. First up is a robot named Nightingale 19, which helps doctors treat COVID patients by serving them food and medicines and thus minimizing the need for the medical staff to come in close proximity with the patients. It's not every day that a minister inaugurates something you've created, and that too in a pandemic. But this happened with the students of Vimal Jyoti Engineering College when Kerala's health minister inaugurated their creation. Of course through video conference, because it's 2020. But exactly how did this happen? Professor Sunil Paul, a member of the team, reportedly said that their initial aim was to create a ventilator. But before they got down to making Nightingale 19, they asked the medical staff of a hospital what kind of assistance they would like. The frequent visits to the patient's room, the exercise of caution, the wearing and disposal of PPE kits after every visit. These were some of the issues that the health workers faced. And Nightingale 19 solves all these problems. It provides food and medicines to the patients and saves the medical staff a trip to the patient's room. How handy it is can be gauged from the fact that it can carry stuff up to 25 kgs, which means food, water and other supplies for around 6 people. The creators added another layer of technology to the device. Nightingale 19 has a video calling feature which allows patients to interact with the doctors. It also helps in the emotional well-being of patients as they can use this feature to interact with their relatives. It is reported that the Nightingale 19 is made with a microcontroller board, car's motor wiper, and a racing drone's camera. And this robot can be controlled using a remote control from as far as 1 kilometer, with an aim to ease the work of those whose tireless efforts save and enhance the lives of many. The creators of Nightingale 19 succeeded in what they had set out to do.
Next up is a wrapping material which tackles 2 issues:
food contamination and plastic waste. Sitare, Students' Innovation for Translation and Advancement of Research Explorations Scheme. This scheme supports innovative students' projects in the field of biotechnology and provides grants to these projects. And this year, the researchers from IIT Madras were awarded the Sitare Gandhian Young Technological Innovation Appreciation Grant. But what did they do to merit such a recognition? They developed a wrapping material. According to the team, it has an antibacterial compound that prevents food contamination. As per a report by the WHO, around 1 in 10 people in the world are prone to illness after consuming contaminated food, and this results in the death of around 4.2 lakh people every year.
As per the research team, this wrapping material can store food up to 10 days with a reduction of 99.99% bacteria when compared to normal wrapping.
The team initially tested this material with products such as meat, chicken and paneer. This wrapper can also potentially help deal with the problem of non-availability of cold storage units. The second issue it takes on: plastic waste. UN Environment reported in 2018 that the world produces around 300 million tons of plastic waste annually. The team says that this wrapping material degrades in 21 days and thus can be used in place of plastic wrapping papers, thereby reducing plastic waste. A wrapping material that can take on the root causes of so many deaths and environmental damage in the world. Isn't that amazing? When last reported, the team was looking for funds for further testing and scaling up, and had also filed for a patent. If this innovative idea from the team at IIT Madras does take off, it can help the world solve its plastic problem. Karnataka, Dakshin Kannada district. Here farmers are into betel nut or supari farming. One of the pertinent issues that the farmers face here is the spraying of the Bodo mixture every monsoon. Used to prevent fungus and rotting of crops, it brings with it a host of other problems. It contains copper sulfate, lime and water, and it results in health issues for farmers, which reportedly include burning sensations, nausea and headaches. It is sprayed with a gator pump, which reportedly involves manual labor of 3 people, which also leads to high labor costs. It was during a workshop when 15-year-old Neha Bhatt, whose grandfather is also a farmer, thought of building an automatic sprayer for these farmers. Neha started the work on the sprayer by interacting with and surveying the farmers to understand their problems better. Using second-hand parts and components, Neha began developing the Agri-Sprayer. The sprayer has a single wheel cart for mobility, and the likes of a gearbox, DC motor, 2 gator pumps, junction box and a connector form the components of the sprayer. Since the automatic sprayer has 3 outlets, it is reportedly 3 times more efficient, as it covers 3 times the area and crops in comparison to gator pumps. The improvements don't end here. The sprayer also has an indicator that tells the user the amount of mixture remaining in the barrel, so that the user knows when to refill it. When fully charged, the sprayer can be used for 5 hours. Did it make the lives of the farmers easier? One of the media outlets reported that the sprayer was given to farmers for trial, and one of them said that he was able to save a day's time and around 30% of his labor's cost by using Neha's innovation. For putting in so much thought and taking a unique approach to help farmers tackle a long-standing problem, Neha bagged the 3rd prize at the CISR Innovation Award for Students in 2020. She mentioned in a podcast that she is working on making it entirely solar power enabled, and she wants it to reach to every farmer of our country. While we are still dealing with our nemesis COVID, we can find solace in the fact that there are Indians out there who are pushing boundaries to tackle problems old and new. And we can only hope that by spreading the word about these innovative Indian solutions, we can propel these creators to benefit more and more people across the globe.